Uh, so here now is my self-introduction. So I am Mary Ann Pisadero. I graduated from UP Cebu with an MBA, and I got my undergraduate degree of PS Management in UPV also. So I am my field of expertise is in retail management because that is where I worked for 15 years. And with that, while working there, I was hands-on with the personnel. So I can say that I'm also practicing human resource management. And the retail operations is also operations management as well as entrepreneurship. So I have here some my professional experience. So I was an assistant concession manager for this company and covering for 15 years. Okay. And I was handling five brands for five brands for the Visayas area. So the Visayas area covers from Aklan to Tacloban. Okay. So I have been into those places also. I am fluent in Bisaya as well as in Ilonggo. So if there are Bisaya people here, okay, you can be your Bisaya self sa chat. But before that, I was also an executive assistant for this company, which is a startup involved in hospital waste treatment and management. Back then, they only have one branch in Cebu, but now I think they have one in Pasig. Okay, so in my work before, I supervised around at most during the height of everything, at the height of everything, I had 60 sales personnel under my supervision. These sales personnel are not organic employees of the organization. They are provided by third-party service providers. So and they are dispersed all throughout the Visayas, from Calibo to Tacloban. And with that, I handled manpower planning, recruitment, selection, training, motivation, and performance assessment functions, even if these personnel were provided for us by an agency or a third-party service provider. So actually the job of the third-party service provider then was just to endorse applicants to us, and then we get to choose or select which of them we will hire according to our requirements, for example, because each brand we also try to match the personality of the personnel or the applicant with the brand that he or she will be endorsing or will be looking after. So this is some of those, 60 at a time. So multiply that for several years. So I have known many of them. Many of them have stayed with the company for 5 years or more, and a number of them is still in touch with me. And the backstory with this picture is that this is one of the last pictures we took before the pandemic broke out in March of 2020. So this is a weekly meeting. We hold weekly meetings with them to check their sales at the store, to monitor performance, to relay new instructions, and others. Okay, so we never knew at that time that we won't be going back to the office, and some of the people here are just newly hired. Like this person here was started work like 2 weeks early. and with a sparkling new uniform and shoes that he never really got to use, okay? Because nag-lockdown na after March 2020, okay? And we also had some events. So this was for one of my brands. We had events for Ironman, and basically these are the macho people assisting those who want to buy shoes. And these are the ones here are our marketing personnel from Manila who is also assisting us. So aside from this personnel provided by third-party service providers, I was also able to have my own team. So some of them here, okay, and some of them here, okay. This team also helped me to achieve whatever my achievements was in the company. Okay. So we also try to motivate them by giving out certificates for sales achievement, especially. Okay. And since the company is a satellite office, and there was a time until 2016 when there was no dedicated HR for the office, that I was, of course, the default HR. So I did almost everything from calling up applicants and schedule them for exam, schedule them for interview, but I don't do the interviewing itself at that time. If there are job fairs, ako also ang the representative, default representative. So I was able to be a little hands-on on the HR policies or HR work also. But in 2016, they realized that they needed a dedicated person for that. So that was the end of that. And the dedicated HR person was catering to the needs of the internal organization. Because we already have third-party service providers for example, for sales personnel. Okay, so this is part of my IG feed. If you have bothered to check, okay. So I do love sunsets. No? There are a number of them in that feed, and I also like the beach. Okay, and I miss the beach actually. I've mainly been traveling in the Philippines only for now, but maybe we get to travel later on. Okay, so the farthest I got in north is in, I think, Taal. Okay, and the farthest south is Siquijor. And I've been to Visayas mostly lang. Okay, and I am also a sort of movie buff. Previously, I had this movie viewing concept. Like, I finished all Studio Ghibli movies during the quarantine. Okay, during the March to July quarantine. And lately, I returned to that concept, and now I'm into baseball. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen her already in Itaewon class. Okay, and then this is the latest that I saw. Okay, so 42. And then this is the one that I am trying to finish now. And another one, Kano, on the line. Okay, so that is my latest movie viewing concept. Okay, so I guess, so I hope that at least gives you an idea that I'm also human. I'm also human, okay. And now off to the more serious part. There are some policies here that I want to highlight, and of course, I want you to uphold honor and excellence always. Okay. Live by the tenets of academic integrity as much as possible. Work independently unless you are instructed or unless you are in a group assessment or group work. Value excellence also among all people. It is you who knows best what you can and cannot do. Okay, though some people might have other opinions, but their opinion is not yours. Okay, so do not limit yourself to what people opine about the current situation. Assess yourself of what you can or cannot do. Participate also online and offline as well as in your group works. Communicate your opinions, your limitations, and some of you have already done that, and I appreciate it very much. Especially if you are responding to queries, no, either via email or chat. And this is my very request that sana wala tayong ghosting. Okay. I hope that the ghosting there does not apply to your instructor. Okay. And let me know what you think. Okay. And let us keep the discussion free flowing during the synchronous sessions. And there might be times or that we disagree with each other, and you would like to negotiate or siguro change something. Well, the part with negotiation is that you, for example, concede one part, so give and take siya, no? It's not, for example, that imo lang tanan or ako lang tanan. We give and take. So that is how I view, for example, negotiation. And another thing is that with you can see that we already have a calendar, and I value your time, no? And I do not want also to waste your time with the frequent changes on the calendar. And as much as possible, we will try to stick with the schedule on the calendar also. It's for me, it's a way of respecting you and your time in this current setup. However, if there are really things that you cannot do, no, and I am always ready to take on your questions or queries, no. You just have to ask, okay? Because if wala isang may mag-ask, wala